And roll 94 HOI today, the birthday of the widow Cobain.
Oh, the very talented Courtney Love.
Yeah, 53.
How old is she?
53, yeah. Still annoying.
I'm Courtney Love. Damn it.
Rough day, Courtney?
Eat me.
Whoa, no need to get upset. Try this.
Ow. What the was that?
It's new prescription strength bitch slap, and it's exactly what you need to get your life back on track, you whiny, messed up whorebag.
You've tried antipsychotic medications, laying off of smack, and even therapy, but you're still a has-been skank-ass rock star prone to embarrassing displays of public drunkenness and drug-induced insanity. But now there's Bitch Slap, the power to turn your life around in the palm of a hand.
Feeling better, Courtney?
I'll say. Thanks, Bitch Slap.
Great. Now let's go record another crappy CD, you talentless hack.
You. Hole is one of the greatest rock bands of the...
Thanks. I needed that.
You sure did, Courtney. You sure did.
And now.
You f***ing piss me off, you f***ing jerk.
94 HJY.
It's 94 HJY, your home of rock and roll, and our janitor Gordon is headed down here, and for some reason he's wearing like a bullfighter's outfit. He must be thinking about Pamplona, where 3 more people were gored yesterday. I don't know if it's like a...
No, not gored. Gordo, Paul, because it's Spanish. Oh, yes, Paul. I was at one of the annual running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain a few years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing stuff. So how was it?
Whoa, I smell like sangria. Let me tell you, it was the most exciting trip of my life.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing more exhilarating.
Exhilarating?
Yeah, too, than being squeezed inside a mob of Spanish men wearing extremely tight trousers. And then feeling the adrenaline rush as they release dozens of hairy, sweaty, muscular animals who are attempting to impale you with their long, hard horns.
But you didn't get gored, did you?
No, I did get gored several times.
Really?
But always intentionally, Paul.
What?
That's how I got my nickname, Gordo.
Yeah?
I was leading up to that. I'd wear bright red boxer shorts with a big bullseye on my backside. And then I kept dropping my wallet.
Right.
And wait, I've got some pictures somewhere here,
No.
Paul. I know you'd like to see them.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
really?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well...
I don't know.
Sangria.
All right, go, get him out.
Or was that Sam Gria? He was good, too.
Paul and Al. Mornings on 94 HJY.
Harrison Ford is going to be Indiana Jones, and he's 75 years old.
Yeah, a lot of people are wondering how he stayed so slim and trim over the years.
Well, remember when he first met Callista Flockhart, who's now been his wife for some time.
Right.
She was super skinny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
she had some issues.
She taught him a few things.
Oh, really?
Oh.
No, use at least 2 fingers, like this. Now you try it.
Okay.
Much better.
So that's how you do it.
94 HJY's Paul and Al.
You make me want to puke.
You've woken up with much worse.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Best of Paul and Al here at 94 HJY. It's brought to you by our friends at Dunkin' Donuts. Thanks to Dunkin' Donuts, man. They've been with us. You know, we've been at HJY. This weekend is our 27th anniversary, and Dunkin' has been hanging out with us all that time. So thanks to those folks there. Monday morning on the Paul and Al Show, we got tickets to a crazy concert. It's coming in August at the Brockton Fairgrounds. It's Dropkick Murphys with Rancid. Crazy wild show, and we'll have your tickets at 7:35 Monday morning on 94 HJY.
94 HJY and detailed destination.
We're saying, what, $117 million for the new Spider-Man Homecoming?
This is, I think,
Over
the
the weekend?
third incarnation of the whole Spider-Man saga.
Is it 4th? I think there's a...
17th?
3, 7, yeah, who knows? But this new one is getting, like, rave reviews. It seems like all the reviewers are just in love with it. which means one HJY listener will be a very, very happy man.
Hey, ladies. Looking for hot nerd action? Call 1-900-HOT-GEEK.
Tell me one more time about your movie collection.
I have both Spider-Man movies.
Uh-huh.
I've been watching them so far for the last umpteen days, and I'm waiting for Spider-Man 4 to come out.
No question is too personal.
Now, tell me about your comic book collection.
4,000 comic books, and 90% of them are Spider-Man.
Oh, that's so big.
Yep.
Tell me about it again.
I have 4,000 comic books.
Again!
I have 4,000 comics.
It's XXX Talk for less than the price of a Volume 19 mint condition X-Men comic book.
So, what turns you on?
Batman question?
Ooh.
That's 1-900-HOT-GEEK.
And do you like to dress up in Aquaman tights?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yes.
Call now.
Yeah.
Or these guys will never talk to a female. Seriously.
I wish I was that lucky.
Paul and Al, mornings on 94 HJY.
Hey, it's time for the bitch of the week.
And on a Monday, no less. She's got to be pretty bitchy.
Oh, yeah. The bitch of the week is Uloma Curry Walker, 45 years old, out of Cleveland, Ohio. She was convicted of plotting the murder of her new husband, who she'd only been married to for 4 months. Why? 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 Well, she'd run up so much credit card debt, she figured, you know what, the new husband's life insurance policy would bail her out of a jam.
Well, it's fiscally responsible, I think.
Yeah, it's one way to look at it. So the murder took place, and then she contacted the insurance company. Guess what? They told her that, the ex had not switched his ex-wife off the policy. The beneficiary.
That's great.
So the ex gets the payout.
Nice.
$200,000.
I guess she'll be killed next, right?
Police got the tip that, yeah, right. Well, actually, she was arrested, convicted. Yeah, because she was the one who hired the hit. Good news, though, is that Uloma will be able to avoid creditors with her life sentence.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
She did get sentenced to life. So there is a silver lining, Uloma.
Paul and Al.
Man, them jokers was big. Size of a quarter, doggone. It said kapooyah, kapooyah.
On 94 HJY. Bye.
Hey, it's time for Blow and Chow with Paul and Al. I would suggest you push your breakfast aside.
Yeah, real quick.
Or swallow it real quick.
You ever let those kids play in the playground at McDonald's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. With like all the plastic balls in the big bin.
Yeah. I mean, they have such healthy food. You'd think they would be as health conscious about their playground.
Well, you might want to think about it twice with this Blow and Chow. This is Justina Whitmore, a mother in New Hampshire, whose 5-year-old was playing in the playground yesterday. Well, let's let Justina tell us what happened.
I was still eating. The next thing I knew, he came out and just stated that there was poop all inside of the slide, and when he went down, he was absolutely covered in the poop.
Because he went down the slide first, and then I couldn't stop. And it went all over me.
I naturally went over to the counter and said, are you going to give me any paper towels or anything to help clean my son off? And they were laughing, arguing about who should clean it up. All of the staff, yes. I was at that point just using my bare hands, and fortunately one of his socks did not have poop on it, so I was using his left sock to try to scrape it off of his skin. I'm sure employees go to the bathroom, there's no soap, how are you washing your hands?
There's no soap in there.
At least they didn't make burgers out of it.
Oh,
brother, this guy stinks!
On 94 HJY.
The phone call. Gary is here.
Yes, as always, I will.
We're going to.
I think the downstairs door is unlocked. And if not,
yeah, we're going to invade Gary Hoey's space immediately on Facebook Live.
So yeah, just if you can't.
No, that's not Gary Hoey. That's Paul McCartney. No, that's not Gary Hoey. No, that's close, but no, that's not Gary Hoey either. That's definitely not Gary Hoey. The tension is building, Kev.
It is. Ready for Gary Hoey. He has no roadies, so normally I'll help carry in a piece of equipment or two. Gary Hoey, Al, would you say, is he a better guitarist or a better human being? Could you find a nicer, more humble human being than Gary Hoey?
I got to agree with you there. Just the simple fact that he comes back to our show every year already proves like either what a great person he is or what a sucker he is, I guess depending on.
But he's got the great show coming up. When is it?
This Friday, Twin River.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lighthouse Bar, free admission.
We'll be posting some YouTube videos of Gary as well from today's performance on the Paul and Al Show, so you're going to want to check those out later on today. And he's coming up right now.
You can look at the beautiful view of the highway
exactly
while we're waiting for Gary.
I hope he doesn't get trapped in the elevator, because then we'll have to try to make the show funny on our own for the next 2 hours. We were really kind of relying on Gary to fill the time. I hear him coming. Gary Hoey is arriving.
And I know that we can't play the guitar like him, that's for sure. You stand in front of the elevator a lot like that, I've noticed, for everybody that comes up.
Is this Facebook Live, or is this just like...
Oh, yeah, no, this is Facebook Live, dude.
Really? I'm sorry. I feel like I should be doing something more entertaining. I thought we could edit out this stuff.
We have a very, very slow elevator in this building, as you can tell. Like if one of us suffers a heart attack and the emergency crews have to come up the elevator, we're dead. We're just plain dead.
Oh, wait a minute. He's not. I hear some guitar noodling. He's warming up, ladies and gentlemen.
He's warming up in the elevator? Get out of here.
Mr. Gary Hoey.
There he is. See, they thought we were BSing them. Brother, how are you? You get a hug.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
My brothers.
Kev, you said you were going to help him with his equipment. Look at that.
Well, I'm Gary Hoey's roadie. Do you need some help?
Yeah, you want to carry this?
Or are you terrified you're going to break something?
No, you can. It's getting more compact every year. It's like my iPhone and the guitar at this point.
Right, that's all you need.
Good morning, man.
That's all you need to make rock and roll. Oh, and by the way, incredible talent besides. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get up early and drive. It's incredible.
Engineer, Facebook Live right now. Mr. Gary Hoey.
Good to see you, Gary. Good morning, everybody.
Steve is the guy we complain to when things don't work.
What they always want.
Yeah.
All the technical
See,
equipment.
Gary knows where he's going. We don't have to tell him.
I've been here a few times, man.
Yeah.
This is so cool to get to see what happens. Good morning, my friend.
Is he harassing
I think
you?
we're live.
Yeah.
Is this man harassing you?
They waited for me. I was trying
you
to
didn't even say hello. You didn't sign any waiver, did you?
No,
Come
I'm
on
just
in.
ready to rock, man. Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, you good, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. How's everybody?
Good.
How you doing, man? Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Is everything okay?
Excellent.
That's Gary's biggest fan right there. Jim Shorts on Sports knows all of his songs.
I do. Let It Be. Was that you? Let It Be. Yeah.
He knows all the lyrics to all the instrumentals.
Hey Jude. I love getting Hey Jude. That was really good.
So Gary, you'd be proud of me. I started guitar lessons, but of course this summer there's too much golf and tennis, so I kind of put on. But I've learned to play guitar with a pick.
That's amazing.
It's jazz. I'm taking jazz lessons.
That's incredible.
I've learned to pick my ass with a pick.
Right. That counts as well.
You pick.
Then I throw it in the audience.
It's the music store over there in Swansea.
Good for you. That's gonna be fun.
So yeah, it's learning some new stuff, and I'm learning to read music.
Good for you. Good for you. You know it's all about. It's funny. My son is.
I'm going to let these girls chit-chat a bit, and then Gary's going to set up.
Stop it.
And then we'll have them live on 94 HAY in just a few minutes.
So cool. Yeah.
Iron Maiden tickets not just every morning at 8:35 this week, but also with Doug and Scarpetti in the afternoon.
Yeah, buddy George down at Quonset Point just picked up a pair, qualifies for the VIP treatment. Get all the details at 94HJY.com.
Got Gary Hoey live in the studio. You finally hooked up, wired up.
Yeah, and back from Europe. You had a huge tour in
You were
Europe.
busy in Europe, right? For about a month or so?
We were there for about a month with Beth Hart. She was amazing. Cool. And had an incredible tour, man. Yeah, Europe. You were posting stuff because I, of course, stalk you on the internet, and Facebook specifically. But it was really cool. You were at some hotel or something in Germany, and you were doing an acoustic version. It was on 4th of July, I believe it was. And, man, the acoustics in that place were just amazing. So some very cool stuff that you had posted from Europe. And yeah. Now, are you big in Europe? You know, well, it's funny because we've been actually trying to get over there for a long, long time. Like 20 years ago or something, I went over and did some shows, but it's been a long time coming. And Mascot Records, the people who put out my latest record, they helped us to get over. You know, it's really about having distribution over there. So now that we have a company in the Netherlands promoting us, we're gonna go back in March for a bunch of festivals, and
cool.
It was great, man. I really enjoyed playing over there. But
And you're
it's good to be back home.
And you're busy at home too. You're going to be hanging with Daryl Hall. What? Tomorrow or tonight?
Tomorrow night. We're at Daryl's house, which is in Pawling, New York.
Yeah.
And there's still a few tickets left for that. And Friday night, Twin Rivers Casino.
That's it, man. Last time you played live here was Christmas time at Lupo's. We had such a great show. That was
a great. Yeah, we had a big Christmas bash with you guys, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, man.
Cool. All right. Well, it is summertime, so and I'm sorry, by the way, I ate all the cookies in your dressing room.
Apologize. It was great. It was great to see you guys out of this place.
Yeah, right. Get out of the studio once in a while. They actually do let us out once in a while.
Now, you did the soundtrack for those amazing surf movies, the Endless Summer movies.
Yes.
So let's get the summertime mood here, if we can.
Let's do it. How about some Pipeline?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's rock it out. Here we go. It's
Gary Hoey live here at HJY.
Gary Hoey live here at 94 HJY.
Man, we've talked about it because you've been touring for years and years, and you said Europe almost kind of revitalized you doing live shows. The Twin Rivers show is free. Now, you connect with your fans in a lot of different ways. Your website is outstanding.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Even guitar lessons there as well. I was kind of flipping through there.
Yeah,
some new stuff.
Yeah, I like having, guitar tips on there for guitar players. I show them sort of some exercises, blues riffs, things that I do. And I'm recording a bunch of new video lessons now at my house. I set up kind of an area to do that. But it's great with social media, with the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, I just think it's a different time now, and you have to sort of just, keep giving the fans content that they can, enjoy
so
and communicate.
Disconnect all the video cameras from the bedroom now, and you got to bring them into the studio, right? And then what a pain,
right? There's no more cameras and mirrors in the bedroom anymore. Although that could boost your career now. It seems like if it's sex tape, your career,
that could be your only career.
You could be the Kardashians,
right?
Well, them and other people, but no, I'm trying to keep it clean, man. For now.
Well, I was looking. I mean, before you went solo, what was the name of your? Wasn't it Heavy Bones?
Heavy Bones was the band that I was in the early '90s. It was signed with Warner Brothers Records.
Does that have anything to do with any anatomy of the leader of that band or anything?
The Heavy Bones? No, man. I don't know where we came up with that crazy name, but we made one record, and then Nirvana came out, and the whole grunge thing hit, and we just we broke up, and we had made a record. We spent, I swear, Warner spent like $1 million on us, $1 million,
really?
Literally.
Wow.
And about $500,000 making the record, and then it just didn't happen. And then I did Hocus Pocus and started my solo career right after that. And the whole grunge thing just sort of killed any bands that sounded sort of like 80s, or if you had a melodic rock sound, we were kind of done. Pretty much.
Now with Hocus Pocus, I mean, we played it on HJY, and it actually became like a huge, huge hit.
Yes, it did, and it was crazy because for me, I just got done making this record for $500,000 that flopped, and then I went to the record company and I said, "Just give me $15,000, and I'll go record."
You made it on $15,000.
$15,000. I made that album for. I had no money, and I just went and recorded it, and we put out Hocus Pocus, and next thing you know, we had a top 5 hit.
Now I don't know.
So weird.
I don't know what key you're in. If you could. Are you in the key of Hocus Pocus right now?
I'm not tuned for it right this second. I mean, I can play you the riff if you want, but I'm not tuned to play the
let's
track.
go ahead. We're going to do that in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. We should definitely.
He's in the key of Hocus, but not in the key of Pocus, right?
It's very technical. Focus by focus. I need focus.
What key are you in? What can you crank out right now?
What I can crank out right now. Let's see what I can crank out now. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm checking my email. That's not a good idea.
By the way, if you're following Gary Hoey on social media, which we highly advise, the last name is spelled Hoey. If you go on Twitter and you don't do it right, you
never know who you come up with. How about a song from Utopia?
Sure.
The title track for that?
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. Let's crank it up.
beautifully. Tubby, it's Gary Hoey live in the studio at HJY. By the way, for you people who are tuning in...
We love you all. You ready to rock?
For you people who are usually tuning in at this time to hear Jim Shorts on sports, he is... Well, he's firmly on the couch here at HJY, and Jim Short's couch is presented by Majestic Honda. We had to get that sponsorship.
You got Daryl's house that you're going to be at, right? And you got
Jim Short's couch.
Yes, couch in the house.
So you're playing at Twin River
Friday night.
On Friday night.
Friday night, Lighthouse Bar, free admission, right?
What time are you going to crank it up?
The show starts. It actually starts, I think, about 9:30. There is an opening band, really good blues band, and then we go on after that. So people come down early, have a drink, get some seats, and
excellent.
It's kind of first come, first serve.
Now, coming up, we're going to have the song that made Gary Hoey famous, and also, I guess, a story about you and possible hookup with Ozzy Osbourne. So we'll get that coming up here at HJY.
From the Residence Automall Kia Swansea Studios, on 94 HJY.
Whole version of this song came out 71.
Sometime in the early to mid 70s is when the original one came out, man.
All right, well, here it is. It's Hocus Pocus. Gary Hoey at your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY.
Woo! Here we go.
Gary Hoey,
you should have seen that.
Live in the studio with me.
Playing the guitar against, rubbing up against the cheap equipment we have in the studio here.
Make sure you go to 94HOI Facebook page. We've been streaming some stuff live, so you can catch Gary Hoey visually as well, and catch him live coming up Friday.
I recorded that song when I was much younger.
I know, it takes a lot out of it. Now, you end up playing that song probably every night that you're playing, and I've noticed that you add different stuff in that break with the lead guitar. You try to change it up most every time, a little bit?
Well, you know what, we always change it up a little bit here and there, but I'm sort of a believer in let people hear,
what they're
you get used to the record, so there's certain licks I always do because I know people want to hear it. There's the ones that came out right. So, but yeah, Twin Rivers will be playing it tomorrow. Friday night for sure, and all the old hits. We'll be playing a lot of the new album, Dust and Bones.
Cool.
So it'll be great. It's gonna be great.
All right. Well, if you want to change keys and get into whatever we want to crank out here next at HAY, or maybe another Summertime classic. Awesome. But I'd read that you had auditioned to be Ozzy's guitarist at one point. I guess after Randy Rhoads died. But now, were you in the room with Ozzy?
Yes, I did. I got to audition with Ozzy.
How coherent was he back
in the day?
He's a guy, and you're like, what?
He flew me to California, and it was for me. It was an incredible experience because I was a big fan of Ozzy. I was a huge fan of Black Sabbath. They were probably my early big influence, and so to go there and play with Ozzy was truly an honor. It was amazing, and even though I didn't get the gig, he did suggest that I move to California and go out there and pursue my career, and he was right because I found a manager, and I went out there and I chased my dream, and having Ozzy not hiring me still gave me this sense of I guess I came that close, right? I had a shot, so that meant a lot.
Well, it's cool. I mean, you've played with a lot of legendary guitarists like Brian May, Joe Satriani, Jeff Beck even as well.
Yes. In 2010 we toured together. It was incredible.
That just must have been amazing to play with those guys.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, I think if you stay in this business long enough, you get to play with your heroes.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you just keep that dream alive, and I've played with so many of my favorite guitar players. I pinch myself sometimes.
And then they end up stealing some of your licks and then putting it on a record.
Right. They steal my stuff and they go make all the money, and I go struggle to put my kids through college. It's crazy. I'm just kidding.
All right. So, Gary Hoey live in studio here at HJY Friday night. Going to be at Twin River, baby.
Lighthouse Bar, free admission.
Yeah,
like you said earlier, Gary, first come, first served, because there's a limited space there.
Yes.
And you just need to get there early and start drinking.
Come down early, have a drink, relax, and hopefully don't lose all your money in the slot machine, like me.
All right.
Here we go. How about some Lowrider?
Let's do it, man.
Summertime. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's kick it up.
It's Gary Hoey live in studio at 94 HJY. Rock and Roll 94 HAY with Gary Hoey live in the studio. And you can see him live Friday night, Lighthouse Bar. Twin River. Twin Rivers, come down. You could crank out one more for us? We got time for one more? Yeah, sure. One more. Now, as long as you don't got blisters on your fingers.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? You guys don't work me.
It's easy. Too hard. Yeah, right. So, now you host some of these camps that guys go to and hang out with guitar stuff. What's that like as a counselor? Do you enjoy that?
I do enjoy it, man. I enjoy, you mean like the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp stuff?
Yeah, Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp
The Fantasy Camps are great, man. We did one with Deep Purple not that long ago. And we, I'm one of the counselors, and then we have the special guests come in, and people show up to hang out with all the campers. I love doing it, man. I got to tell you, it's people that you see that just wanted to live their dream, and be able to experience playing with their heroes and playing on stage. Because what we do is after 4 days, they play at the Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
So they go on stage.
I thought you were like out in the woods and you were doing like an electric version of Kumbaya.
Like a summer camp, sit around the fire, cooking s'mores.
Yeah, right.
No, it's more like a shot of tequila and get on stage.
Oh, is it really?
Kind of thing. But it's it's not just like, at first when I signed up, I'm like, oh, this is just lawyers and doctors that have a lot of extra money and want to hang out, people that have big bucks. But it's not that. It's everybody and anybody. And Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is really a cool experience. I'm telling you, I've seen it change people's lives.
Now, speaking of stuff like that, are you going on some rock cruise in the near future too?
We're doing the Rock Legends cruise, which is coming up in February.
Amazing people on that
huge
ship.
lineup. We have Sammy Hagar. We have Bad Company.
Oh, wow.
It's a massive lineup. It's sold out. I mean, you can't get on a waiting list. Cabins come up all the time. But I'm actually the music director for the All-Star Jam.
Are you really?
They hired me.
Awesome.
To get the whole jam organized. So I'm going to get to play again with so many great people and organize the whole jam.
They've got to put that on video, though, right?
Yes, it's going to be filmed for sure.
Okay, so we can see it that way.
But you know what? I got to say, this goes back to my experience with all these rock camps I've done. I've been the MD at some of the biggest camps, the Beatles camps, and Yes, and all these different ones they did. And it gave me a lot of experience, man. I did a thing at Berkeley. We did a thing for addiction recovery. We had a big show with Warren Haynes at Berkeley. And
man, he's fun, isn't he?
He's amazing guitar player, one of my favorites. But all the years I've been teaching music and just mentoring kids and stuff, I really feel like it's prepared me to handle all these rock stars.
Yeah. Who are less mature, right.
Because you know what they need, you know what they want, and I'm like Dr. Feelgood. I just figure it out.
You're like a baseball manager. It's managing egos. You're like a baseball manager,
It kind of is. You got to make sure you take care of people, and I like to lift people up, make them shine. You know what I mean? And find the thing that makes them feel comfortable. So
that's cool. It's just another thing in your resume, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's what keeps me going. It keeps me, there's so many things I do in the music business, whether I'm teaching. I do a lot of stuff for free because you have to, man. If you want to stay busy, you do everything and anything.
Well, it's kind of true with the whole evolution of the record industry as well.
Yeah, right. Record sales are crazy. You don't sell the kind of records you used to sell anymore, but it's still great.
I advise anybody who's into Gary Hoey not only to show up live, but go to GaryHoey.com because your website really is cool and interactive.
Thank you.
A lot of good stuff there.
Thank you, man. And social media, hit me up. I read all my emails, Twitters, Facebooks, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I send Gary food photos all the time, and he answers back. So
I love your email. I get your emails for your food stuff, and we make the pork chops that you had on there. We still make them every 3 weeks.
My man,
seriously, man, he's like a foodie.
Yeah,
he's a serious foodie. We steal your tricks a lot. Can I do a song off the new album?
Sure.
It's called Born to Love You.
All right, go ahead. Absolutely.
All right, 27 years for you guys.
It's my ode to food.
This is it, man. Here we go. Sorry. Feedback, baby.
Down the Mississippi way.
Singing. Thank you very much. Fantastic. I know. I'll be on stage with Gary coming up Friday night. That was outstanding.
Thank you so much.
Everybody out there, head out to Twin River on Friday night for a free show with Gary Hoey and his band. And also make sure you go to GaryHoey.com. Gary, thanks so much for coming by once again, man.
Oh, man, thank you guys.
I can't believe it's going to be Christmas now the next time
I know,
we see
right?
you.
I know. It's not for Christmas, man. Ho-ho-hoey. No, thank you guys. I always appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Cool, Gary.
HJY Providence 94 HJY.